Students, good morning to everyone. Now we are going to see what is the meaning of company law and secretarial practice 1. First, what is the meaning and definition of a company? We are going to see a meaning and definition of a company. First, what is the meaning of a company? Company is an artificial legal person is created by process of law and also which makes its entity a separate entity and distinct from its members who constitute it. So it is called as a company. And now we are going to see characteristics of a company. There are various characteristics or features in a company. The first one is voluntary association. What's the meaning of voluntary association? Is incorporated association, voluntary association, artificial legal person, separate legal entity, and perpetual existence, common seal, and limited liability. First, what is the meaning of voluntary association? Voluntary association. If a company is a voluntary association of persons, a group of persons who have a common object. So, a group of persons are having a common object join and form an association in order to direct their efforts towards achievements of their common goal. And then next characteristics of a company is incorporated association. What's the meaning of incorporated association? If a company come into existence when it registered under Companies Act 2013, and the law relating to companies in India is contained in the Companies Act 1956. 1956. And according to the 2013, a company has to fulfill the requirements in terms of documents, shareholders, directors, and share capital to the deemed as a legal association. And what's the meaning of separate legal entity? And separate legal entity is being an artificial person. A company is entirely distant from its members. In other words, you are going to say it has an independent corporate existence also. Any of its members can enter into the contract within it the same manner as any other individual can. Okay. Members cannot be held liable for the act of the company. It has the right to own and transfer the title of the property in any way it likes. Okay. So what is the meaning of a common seal? What's the meaning of a common seal? Being an artificial person, a company is created by a law. A company cannot sign a document for itself. Okay. The company cannot sign its document for itself. The directors are entrusted with the power to act on behalf of the company. Only the directors want to act as a behalf of the company, but having a legal responsibility, it is bound by only those documents. So who bear its signatures? So any document bearing a common seal of the company will be legally binding on the company. Okay. So what is the meaning of limited liability? What is the limited liability? A company may be limited by guarantee or limited by shares. In a company limited by shares, the liability of the shareholder is limited to the unpaid value of their shares. In a company limited by guarantee, the liability of the members is limited only to the amount they have agreed upon to contribute to the asset of the company in the event of it being wound up. Next characteristic. Next is the corporate veil theory. What's the meaning of corporate veil theory? The corporate veil theory is a legal concept which separate the full total identity of the company totally from its members. So the members are shielded from the liability arising out of the company's action. Once the company incurs the debts or contravenes any laws, then the members are not liable for those errors. Enjoy corporate insultation. And we are going to say in a simple words, the shareholders are protected from the act of the company. And next one is a classification of companies. We are going to see the classifications of the companies. There are various classifications are there in the companies. One of them is on the basis of incorporation. On the basis of incorporation. Next, on the basis of liability. On the basis of transfer of shares. On the basis of control. And next, on the basis of holding of shares. Next one, registered companies. What's the meaning of registered companies? So registered company is nothing but these companies came into existence only when they receive a certificate of incorporation from the registrar of the companies, thereby registering themselves under the Companies Act 2013. 13. Then what is the meaning of statutory companies? Such companies are formed by a special act passed by parliament or state legislation. They are the independent and exercise control over a specified area or any other commercial activity. It is called as a statutory company. Then on the basis of liability, what's the meaning of liability? Liability is the what are the responsibility of the company? We are going to the responsibilities of the company. See the responsibilities of the company. Company limited by guarantee. What's the meaning of company limited by guarantee? If any company limited by guarantee, that refers to the company having liability of the members is limited. Why? The memorandum to an amount of the members may respectively undertake to contribute to the assets the company in the event of it being wound up. And next word is the limited by SARS. Limited by SARS means the company limited by SARS means having a liability of the member of the memorandum to which the amount, if any, unpaid SARS. What is means the shareholder is liable for is only unpaid SARS, respectively held by them. What the shares or unpaid shares respectively held by them, they only liable for that particular shares. But the company can enforce this liability either during the lifetime of the company or at the time of the winding up. Okay. Unlimited on the basis of transfer of shares. Companies Act 2013 says that private company means a company having a minimum paid up share capital is 1 lakh, minimum paid up share capital is 1 lakh rupees, or such higher paid up share capital may be prescribed. Restrict the right to transfer it shares. Next, except in case of one-person company, limit the number of its members to 200, provided that where two or more persons hold one or more shares in a company jointly, they shall, for the purpose of this class, be treated as a single member. Next, what is the meaning of public company? There's Companies Act, a company, public company means a company which is not a private company. Public company means a company, is not a private company. As a minimum paid up share capital is 5 lakh rupees or such higher than the paid up capital. Then what is the meaning of limited liability in partnership? Such companies governed by provisions mentioned in the Liability Partnership Act 2008. These forms of business enjoys the benefit of limited liability along with the flexibility of the management for the partners as in case of the partnership firm. So it is called as a limited liability as in the partnership. Limited liability partnership is a beneficial for a small and medium businesses only. Okay. Next is what is the meaning of one person company? What is the meaning of one person company? One person company, a company which has only one person as a member. It has the benefit of the proprietorship and the company. The owner can run the company slowly by fulfilling all the legal requirements and limiting the liability as well. As per the Act, the person forming OPC has to nominate a person with his or her return. It is very compulsory for nominating a person because it is a one-person company. If the person is if a person is apart from any other going to be an illness or is going to be a death, there should be a nominated person. That person will continue the business. They are called as a one person company. The name of the company must have one person company mentioned in the bracket. It should be very, very important and must have a maximum 15 directors. However, a special resolution can be passed to increase this number. Next one, an individual member will be considered as a first director of the company, and it is treated as an also it is treated as a private company. Next, on the basis of control, and then what is a holding company means? A relationship between holding or subsidiary companies is established either with the control of board of directors or control of share capital. A company will be holding another company is called as a holding company. Okay. Then what is the meaning of subsidiary company? Subsidiary company are owned by another company either partially or wholly. It is the sister concern also, sister companies also. So next, associate companies. What is the meaning of associate companies? These companies are influenced by other companies which are not subsidiary company, and instead of involved a joint venture company. It has a total share capital at least 20% of the cap. It should have, the company should have manage only 20% share capital. Okay. The next, what is meaning of foreign company? Incorporated outside the India is called as a foreign company. You know what is the meaning of foreign company? Which is incorporated outside India. Okay. Next, on the basis of holding of shares. What is the meaning of government company? What is the share capital of the government company is not less than 51% of the paid up share capital. It should be only held by the central or state government. So it is called as a government company. Foreign company is on already seen in a last topic. It is incorporated outside the India. So it is called as a foreign company. Then what is meaning of one person company, or already we have saved a one person company paused in Lok Sabha in so it is called as an one person. That is a only one person should be owned a single person. So it is called as a one person company. It is also called as a OPC. Okay. In a private company, a minimum 2 directors and persons are required. Public company, minimum of 3 directors, a minimum of 7 members. Single person could not incorporate previously. Okay. So next. So this from this topic is over. We are going. If you have any doubt, you can clear.